Hello traders, you're welcome to this video and you are welcome back to the Forex Geek channel. Okay, so in this particular video, we are going to be talking about a custom indicator that is named Rahul Mohindar Oscillator. All right, I am just going to write it here so that in case I didn't pronounce it properly, although I hope I did. So this is the indicator that we are going to be discussing in this video, Rahul Mohindar Oscillator. Okay, it's a custom indicator, so you'll have to download the indicator from an external site, after which you'll then add it to your MetaTrader indicators library. Then once you have done that, you will be able to add the indicator to your chart. Okay, so this is how the indicator looks like. Okay, now this is actually a trend following indicator. Yeah, it's a trend following indicator, and it is designed to identify the primary direction of the market while also helping you to pinpoint potential trend reversal zones. Okay, so when making use of this indicator, I'm going to recommend using the indicator in the direction of the trend. All right, in the direction of the trend. Okay, this indicator is also called RMO, short for Rahul Mohindar Oscillator, or RMO indicator. It is built using smooth moving averages, that oscillate between positive and negative zones. As we can see, we have the zero level here, and we have the positive zone above the zero level. We have the negative zone below the zero level. Okay, so by oscillating between positive and negative zones, the indicator becomes really nice for defining trend bias. So and combined with histogram bars, you can see the histogram bars here. The indicator offers a unique edge by fine-tuning trend momentum and direction. All right, so basically when you want to make use of this indicator, you have to watch out for crossovers. There are three things that you should watch out for when you want to use the Rahul Mohindar Oscillator to identify a buy signal or a sell signal. The first thing is the position of the indicator, whether it is in the positive zone or in the negative zone. All right, check if the Rahul Mohindar Oscillator is in the positive zone or in the negative zone. In this place, it was in the positive zone. In this place, it was in the negative zone. Here, it was in the positive zone. Here, it was in the negative zone. Here, it was negative zone. Here, it was positive zone. So once you have identified whether it's in the positive or in the negative zone, the next thing for you to do is watch out for a crossover. This green line, watch out for the green line crossing over this black or dark colored line. That is the second thing to watch out for. Okay, and then the third thing to watch out for is the length of the histogram bar. So let me explain in more detail. When the Rahul Mohindar Oscillator is in the positive zone, it indicates a bullish trend. Right, it indicates a bullish trend. Now I'm just going to be showing us practical example as I'm explaining it. Right, so you can see that in this situation, the indicator was in the positive territory, and we can see that we had a bullish trend here. Then the crossover gives us a precise signal. All right, the crossover itself gives us a precise signal. So here, when the green line crossed above this dark colored line, it was a buy signal. So we would have considered entering a buy trade here, setting stop loss below the swing low, and then take profit. We can decide to use nearest resistance zones for our take profit, or we can decide to wait for a crossover again in the opposite direction. That's when the green line crosses below the dark colored line. That would have been exiting somewhere around here. Okay, so you can decide to use resistance zones to exit your buy, or you can use the bearish crossovers to exit your buy trade, or you can decide to use any other indicator of your choice to exit. All right, now as for the histogram bars, When there is an increasing length of histogram bars, it shows bullish momentum. All right, it shows that there is bullish pressure. But when the length of the histogram bars starts getting shorter, it shows that the bulls are losing steam. All right, it shows that the bullish momentum is getting weak. So when you notice that the bullish momentum is getting weak, you have to be cautious when riding the buy move, because there could possibly be a correction happening. Yes, when you notice that the bars are getting weak, there's possibly a correction ongoing, as we can see here. But when the histogram bars are short, it's possibly consolidation that is going on, like in this situation. When you have very short histogram bars, you can see here again, you can see there was a little bit consolidation here before we had this bullish move. So that is it for a buy, right? Now let us look at an example for a sell. So for a sell, remember I said the first thing you should watch out for is the indicator being in the negative territory. All right, so this was formerly a buy trend, right, that just changed into a sell because we had a breakout here, right? So the indicator is still the indicator has flipped from the bullish territory into the bearish territory, from the positive territory into the negative territory, right after the reversal happened, the bearish reversal. You can see that the bearish reversal happened somewhere around here, and then it was somewhere around the, not long from here, the green line initially entered into the negative territory, but this was when the main flip happened. So the main flip from positive to negative territory occurred somewhere around here, right? So that coincided with this. So this was where we had the first sell reversal signal, okay? So if you are already in a sell trend, right? For example, in this signal that was here, you can see that it was from a consolidation phase, either from a consolidation phase or from a bullish phase. You would have the indicator already in the buy territory. All right, you have the indicator already in the buy territory. But if it is a reversal scenario like this, then your sell signal could come from the indicator itself flipping to the negative territory. For example, around here, when the indicator flipped to the negative territory, both the dark colored line and the histogram bars would have been a cue to enter a sell. This would have been a sell signal. All right, the reverse is the case for a buy. When you have a bullish reversal, then the indicator flipping to the positive territory is going to give you your buy signal. Okay, but if there is a consolidation going on, or maybe it was already a sell trend, and perhaps maybe there was just some pullback or something, and then you already had the indicator in the negative territory, then what you just have to look out for is the crossovers. Like in this example, what you don't have to look out for is the crossovers between the green line and the dark colored line. But when it is a reversal that is just happening, then you can look out for the dark colored line and the histogram bars, the indicator itself dropping into the negative territory. So when you enter a sell, after you have gotten your confirmation, obviously you can set your stop loss above the previous swing high, and for your take profit, you can decide to use support zones, right? Or you can decide to wait for the green line to cross above the dark colored line, and you use that for your exit signal, all right, to exit your sell trade. So basically that is it for this indicator. And make sure you always use good risk management. Make sure you always use good risk to reward ratio. Your risk to reward ratio should be 1 to 2 minimum. If you're risking $1, you should be targeting to make $2 at least. And make sure you do not risk more than 2% of your account balance in one single trade. All right, it's very important. So I hope you found this video insightful. Kindly like and subscribe for more trading insights. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on more trading videos like this. In the meantime, thank you for watching and happy trading.